Hi, Terry Reddock from the Property Investment Channel. Congratulations, you've decided to buy your first rental. Now, before you go shopping, if you want to save time and money, here are five things you need to do right now. Number one, get your financial ducks in order. Do you have a Rogers bill? Pay it. Do you have a Bell bill? Pay it. Do you have a car payment? Pay it. Pay it on time, pay it in full. Pay, pay, pay. Now, let me ask you another question. Do you have any credit cards in your wallet? How many do you have? Do you need that many? And speaking of which, how much debt is on those credit cards? If you're going to be buying a rental house, do not go and buy a car and finance it. Nothing like that. Debt is bad. Credit cards down, reduce your payments, pay off as much as you can. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because you are going to need a mortgage, which means you're going to go to a bank. The bank is going to look at a couple things, one of which is your credit. Now, you don't need me to explain credit. If you've got high credit, the bank's more confident that they're going to be paid, less risk. That's better for interest rates, and it's also better potentially for down payments as well. The second thing they're going to look at is something called a debt service ratio. And what that is, well, think of it this way. If you earn $100 a month and you have $60 a month in obligations for your cell phone, your cable, your car payment, that's a 60% debt service ratio. So you've got a fair amount of room there. If, on the other hand, you owe $90 a month in obligations, there's not a lot of room there. That's a 90% debt service ratio. So the lower your debt, the more room there is that the bank will feel comfortable lending you in terms of a mortgage. Clean up your credit, get rid of debt as best you can. Number two, tax returns. Get them up to date. Do your taxes. Pay your taxes. No taxes, no mortgage. None. Number three, building the team with a good mortgage broker that specializes in income properties. Now, I know what you're saying. Look, Terry, the person who did my house did a great job, and I'm just buying a little duplex. I'm going to use them. And you're right, it's fine. Probably no problem. But what you're missing is 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Let me explain. This is exactly what's going to happen to you. You're going to get your first rental property, and you'll either be really bad at it or else you'll be really good at it. If you're bad at it, you're probably going to sell it in a couple years and go buy a mutual fund. God bless. If you're good at it, though, you're probably not stopping at one property. You're going to get another one and then another one. And all of a sudden, you're going to turn around and you've got six houses. You're going to feel good about yourself. The tenants are under control. You've built equity. They've gone up in value. That's great. Then it's going to dawn on you, wait a minute. I've got six roofs I have to deal with. I've got six furnaces. I've got six lawns that need to be cut. And I've got six situations in the winter with snow. I'm done. You're going to cash out and then you're going to buy your first sixplex. Now, that's when we need that mortgage broker. We're no longer residential financing, we're commercial financing. So, if you've got a relationship with somebody who knows you, who knows the underwriters, and can go to bat for you, that is going to help you. So, build a team with a good mortgage broker that specializes in income properties. Number four, understand this concept thoroughly. Your bank account is never going to visit the rental property and does not care what it looks like. What your bank account cares about is rent. Rent. What is the rent today? How can we get it up? What's the rent going to be like tomorrow? And if your bank account doesn't care what the property looks like, you don't care what the property looks like. All you care about is rent. You're never going to move into this thing anyway. Who cares? Think about the rent. Number five, building your team. Get a realtor who specializes in income properties to help you out. Again, this is not necessarily for today, but you want to build that relationship for 5, 10, 15 years with somebody who's experienced in income properties and can advise and guide you. Remember, the residential market and the multifamily market are very different. They are not the same. Pricing is different. You're buying a business, you're not buying a house. You need to know how to deal with tenants. Financing is different. Warranties, representations, assurances and protection for buyers as well as sellers. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. You want somebody who knows what they're doing. Hire the specialist. All right, so the 5 things you can do right now to save you time and money when you're shopping for your first rental. As always, if you have any questions or better yet, need a hand with step 5, I'd love to hear from you. Contact in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.